Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new chapter of My Hero Academia, which is on chapter 406. Now, this chapter right here, pretty cool. Not too bad. It is what it is. Action-packed whatsoever, if anything else. So, yeah. I kind of forgot about this, like, after watching the Arc Knight, and then I just remembered, oh man, I just forgot. But, whatever. I'm here now. Let's get it done. We have to it. Someone's making the announcement of how the freaking arrestees are being transported and injured are underway or something like that at the central hospital. Everything is under control at Okuto Island, while Aoyama and Hagakure are saving many others from the stupid plants whatsoever, etc. And Ryukugyu, along with Ojiro and anyone else, is still fighting at the National Takoba Arena, etc. and so forth. Skeptic is captured and taken care of, while two members of Class 1B are taking care of the evacuation of Shiketsu through the underground system is now complete. And then there's no standing villains at the ruins of Jaku Hospital. Kurugi disappeared, taking Eraserhead and Present Mike with them. So we don't really know where those three are at, but I'm pretty sure they may show up later in the future. I'm pretty sure of it, because they have a role to play and it's not over yet. As for Lady Nagant, it looks like to me she's still conscious, surprisingly, and still able to move a bit. I don't know. And we get to see All Might seeing Dynamite facing off against All For One. He's like, whoa, he just got there very fast whatsoever, And we have to it that, Edshot tells All Might, even at the brink of death, just only a brief moment, he actually left Shigaraki in the dust whatsoever. He was pretty fast and dangerous himself right now. He was in the process of learning something new about his quirk right now, And we had to it that, Dynamite is making use of the side effect, or Bakugo if you want to call him, if anything else, etc. We had to All For One is actually, is irritated and that he plans to kill Bakugo later. He has other priorities. We have to it looks like to me that Shigaraki manages to break out of Black Whip and says, you know what, I'll just have to kill your friend again and again and again if I have to, Deku thinks in his mind he's really in trouble right now. He's able to keep the distance and avoid it thanks to the danger sense he has. But right now, what he's dealing with is regeneration, instant death, and enhanced body whatsoever. So pretty much, at right now, what Deku is at right now, he's pretty much in a major heap of trouble. So he has no choice but to use Gear Shift one more time. Because, one, there's no other option. Two, he's out of options. And that he is going for the final round and that it's all out or nothing. But at this point, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not going to be enough. Because, Shigaraki got the freaking, cheating upgrade that allows him to bear down a lot of power whatsoever or something like that, so it's not going to be easy. As for Bakugo, he is only able to deal some heavy damage on All For One because he's not focusing on him right now and so forth. Not to mention they're both injured All For One's not injured, but his time is really in the dull gray area. He has to hurry up to either get to Tomura or Deku. We don't really know what his goal is. But Dynamite, knowing that he's being ignored by All For One, he doesn't plan to let that happen again. Right now, All For One knows that Bakugo Dynamite is not as strong as Endeavor or Dark Shadow, and that they're not the priority right now. Right now, All For One knows that that he can't let him speed up the rewinding process, and that he has no right, no fate. He's nothing but a damn pebble. The funny thing is that Bakugo thought the same thing thought that same thing about Deku being a pebble. Ironic, don't you think? As for Dynamite, he thinks about how it's all about the pain, how his sweat glands are exploding throughout his entire body, He knows it hurts like hell, but where does it hurt most? What's the interval between the twinges? Mastering that is the key to unleashing secondary explosions. So, I don't know what that means whatsoever, etc. But one thing's for certain is that it's making Bakugo speed up really quick. All For One thinking in his mind, what the hell is going on right now, And Bakugo's like, I'm so fast, I can't even stop. and then And then we had to it. Bakugo thinks in his mind, he asked himself this question. So Izuku, can I still catch up to you? He says, how weird. Feels like I could even surpass you right now. And thinks in his mind how he talks in his mind about wanting to surpass Deku whatsoever. We had to it. Bakugo's parents are watching Katsuki in action, but Dynamite's father doesn't want to do so. But Mitsuri tells him to look. We have to look at our child fighting because right now our kid must be smiling like he always does whatsoever, And we have to it that All For One thinks in his mind, why does Dynamite that he thinks as a pebble is making him angrier than All Might? He even thinks back of how the second user of One For All, he compares him and Bakugo being very similar in physical appearance whatsoever, And we have to it that of how the second user of One For All told off All For One, saying that, hey man, you're the one that killed him, don't you remember, etc. And how All For One is thinking in mind that how the second user of One For All ticked him off, and that he's thinking in his mind at that time, if he hadn't reached his hand, this wouldn't be happening. And we have to it that that All For One realizes the one he hates the most is the second user of One For All, whatsoever. And I guess his real name is Kudo, I guess. We don't really know because All For One knows that the one he hates the most is the second user of One For All, which I believe must be Kudo or something like that. And freaking Dynamite's like, hey, what's the matter? What happened to your memory, huh? I'm cock-trying the Bakugo, you idiot, and gets ready to finish the job once and for all. We'll have to see, I don't know. And we have to it that that chapter ends off with All For One calling the second user One For All. His name possibly must be Kudo, etc. So looks like to me this chapter was pretty nice to see Bakugo in action and how his explosion quirk is evolving and getting stronger whatsoever. I don't know. But one thing's for certain is that he's giving All For One a hard time, or All For One is giving himself a hard time, or he's running low on time due to the fact that all the damage he's been accumulating from the moment he turned on the rewind quirk from whatsoever and so forth. You get the idea. As for All For One, his time is running out. Dynamite is starting to try to finish the job and sending him backwards. And we don't know how much time freaking All For One has, but one thing's for certain is that he's gonna be out of time. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. So I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.